Okay, so a few things I'm going to do this speech. First of all, I want to tell you how free-range parenting increases the harmony in the family and how it is the better choice for a middle-income family than helicopter parenting. So first of all, setup, right? So in status quo, there are two options for middle-income parents. Either they choose helicopter parenting or free-range parenting, right? So what do I mean? What do I mean by free-range parenting or helicopter parenting? So free-range parenting, it's a form of parenting that promotes independence towards children with reduced supervision. And helicopter parenting involves excessive levels of involvement of parents in a children's life. Right? So we're trying to prove that free-range parenting is the better option for middle-income parents as opposed to helicopter parenting. So let's take a look at the middle-income parents' interest, right? So middle-income parents, they have limitations on money, time, etc. Right? So why do they have limitations? Regarding money, regarding monetary, they are not too rich and are not too poor as well, because their income is just slightly above the minimum wage. Moreover, they also have limited time because most of it is taken by their work. So they don't have the time to always supervise their kids, and affording someone to watch over their kids in their place, like a babysitter or someone else, is too expensive and too risky for their money, right? Therefore, free-range parenting is the best choice for a middle-income parent as opposed to helicopter parenting because they have limitations, right? So let's get into my argument here, how free-range parenting increases harmony in the family, right? So the premise here is that children would be more open and comfortable while simultaneously becomes independent with free-range parenting. 2 points here. So how they can be independent and how they can be comfortable, right? So first of all, how can they be independent? In free-range parenting, there is less supervision or control, but it's based on their it is based on the development stage and the risk of something that they want to do, right? This would lead to them making more mistakes where they could learn from or to grow on, right? They'd be more likely to go through a trial and error phase where they make a mistake, fix it, and make sure they don't do it again, repeat the same mistake again in the future. Therefore, they'll be more independent, knowing what's right or wrong, which would be beneficial for them in the future. The comparison is that this wouldn't happen in helicopter parenting because in free-range parenting, they'd have hands-on experience with the world. Even if the risk is higher, they would learn more from their mistakes by themselves, which would grow them to become an independent adult in the future. And in the helicopter parenting, their parents would be there with them when they make a mistake. Even if their parents are more experienced and they can give down their experience to them, but still the experience that would be more impactful is the one where they experience it themselves and go through the consequences themselves. Secondly here, how can they be comfortable, right? So comfortable is a feeling of not being disturbed by anything, right? This feeling is exclusive in free-range parenting because in helicopter parenting, they are excessively controlling and constantly getting involved with the child's life, right? So, therefore, they are less likely to express themselves and pressured by their parents, which causes them to not be comfortable, because basically humans don't want to be pressured by anything. While in free-range parenting, they can do anything that they want with less supervision and without parents constantly barging in on their lives, which could make them to have more freedom expressing themselves, exploring something new, doing something new, and find their passion. And be more comfortable with their parents, as they don't see them as only as parents, but also as their friend or a safe space for them to let out their negative emotions, and a place of comfort without excessive judgment coming from their parents. So, in the end, the middle-income parents their children who are already comfortable with them and are independent, so that their parents wouldn't have to worry about them in the future, about work, marriage, etc., when their parents are weak, they won't rely on them no longer. Instead, they would be the one taking care of them because they have the filial responsibility as their child. And because of that, we believe that middle income families would be more compatible adopting the free range parenting method as opposed to helicopter parenting, because it increases the harmony of a family.